Welcome back to Factorio, Seablock and TSM, episode number 237, where we are going to look at our high volume tungsten plate, I guess is the best way of describing it. So I think it was at the end of the last episode we got our automated system to build the outside framework for our tungsten. So I added this little bit to, what was it? It was the carbon, wasn't it? We added this little thing here to the carbon, which it's not nearly enough, obviously. I think I need to multiply it by like 4 or 8. So, you know, we've got 4 of these. We need to take it up to 16 or maybe even 32 of these farms. Maybe then we'll have enough for this to be making a difference. But I'm not going to worry about that this episode. I'm going to concentrate on the tungsten. So, without further ado, what we need first of all, and I've been having a little bit of a look, so I know I need to get to cobalt powder. Well, I've actually got 2 options here, haven't I? Whoops. I was just looking at things that use this, so that's part of the science. So we actually need this for science. But yeah, it was tungsten plate. It needs tungsten powder. The only other option is not an option. That must come from Bob's, so it's been disabled. So we need this tungsten powder. We can either use cobalt or we could use nickel. I'm already using nickel quite a lot, so I thought I'd use the cobalt powder for the tungsten. I don't think it makes any difference. We get just the same amount out the other end. It's just a different product that we need. So, and the cobalt powder needs to get to cobalt ingots. So what that means is we're going to need another one of those. We're going to need a couple of these. And we are going to want to order this one can be the tungsten ore for a P. This one is not going to be a P, it can be a Q, and it's going to be the nickel ingot, cobalt ingots. We made our mind up to ask for cobalt ingots. So tungsten powder, ore rather, tungsten ore. No, that's not what we're after. We're after trains on the way less than P, then send us a full train of tungsten ore, like so. And do we not actually have any tungsten ore? Oops, tungsten. Oh, that's slightly annoying. I really need to fix that. Tungsten ore. Yes, apparently not. Oh, and you probably need a different name. Tungsten. Alright, we'll put the blue in there. Colour equals blue it needs to be, doesn't it? And this one here we can get rid of. There you go. That is interesting. Is that what led me to sort out the carbon? The tungsten, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Where is my tungsten supply? It's not there. Pretty sure I have a tungsten supply somewhere. Oh, that's right, it's over here. Tungsten ore. We only have 6k. Oh yeah, you put everything over here. And you just go out there, so that should be fine. Not sure where we're using all of our tungsten. Maybe I just reactivated this at the end of last episode or something, or the episode before. Never mind, we'll just let that be. Okay, so the second one here is if trains on the way is less than Q, then we obviously want our cobalt, our train full of cobalt, and that will come immediately. Now, this slot is all garbage so far anyway. You're going to be the tungsten ore, as that is our principal product, and you will be our cobalt ingots. We may not actually need all of that to be cobalt ingots, but never mind. Probably means we'll get another one delivered fairly soon, which that might be more excessive than I actually want. So I might lower that to 8,000. Okay, so that gives us our tungsten powder. We get the cobalt powder. So tungsten powder, what do we need for that? We have some choices. That's not one. This is probably... Oh, we can use hydrogen gas. I actually like the fact that we can use hydrogen gas, because I've got plenty of excess hydrogen gas in the factory, so I could potentially pump that in, but it depends how difficult this one is, doesn't it? Ammonia gas. Okay, more hydrogen and nitrogen. I don't mind that. So we need another couple of things for the catalysts. That's okay. And then it's just processed tungsten. So tungsten ore to process tungsten to ammonium paratungstate or to tungsten pellet. If we went to the tungsten pellet, we would still use ammonia to get to tungsten oxide. That's another way of using oh, no, you can't do that one. That's how you get tungsten carbide. That's awkward. Because I know I want tungsten carbide as well. In fact, let's just look up tungsten again. So there's copper tungsten plate and there's tungsten carbide plate. I think I actually need both of those, because there's things like the copper tungsten pipe, which is needed for something. I don't know what some of these other things are for. I might have to have two formulas, but tungsten carbide, where's that used? Assembly machine 6, so there you go. It's an absolute essential, because we're going to want those. No. I didn't actually realize there were higher up centrifuges. That is interesting. The electric multi-purpose furnace is going to need the copper tungsten. So we are going to need that. And heat shielding tile is going to need the tungsten carbide. So we definitely need tungsten carbide. We're going to need all three of those. So I should be using this, perhaps this one and the deuterium reactor is going to need the tungsten carbide as well. So we're going to need quite a lot of the tungsten carbide. Okay, and ceramics actually is probably something else that I'm not doing yet. We probably need that. Those other things are not options. Okay, or not options yet. Let me just have a quick look. So maybe it doesn't look like there's anything in that list that we can't currently do, so not actually sure how essential some of those options are. Might just add, oh, we're already doing that. 6,000. I'll just add another cheap one in there, so if this does finish, it can move on to something that's relatively cheap. Okay, so I'm kind of lost again. Tungsten powder. So we can either go the tungsten hexafluoride gas, which is going to create fluorite ore. Does it use fluorite ore in the first place? Yes, it does. Potentially. Or this one that potentially looks simpler. Ammonium paratungstate. I guess I want to know how much tungsten ore is needed with each of these to get to the tungsten powder. And in this case, it is 8 processed becomes 24, right? Yeah, 8 processed becomes 24 tungsten powder. So that's 16 becomes 24. Since this is twice as much, 16 becomes 24. Okay, and if we did this the other way, so 120, that's 24, to get to 120, 24. Okay, so that's 120. 120, so that's 24 tungsten. So the other way is this way is more efficient. It's like 50% more efficient, and it actually seems a bit cheaper in terms of gases as well, needing the hydrogen and the ammonia, which you get from hydrogen and nitrogen. So just needing hydrogen and nitrogen, although it needs the catalyst as well. wonder if I should even build this somewhere. Ammonia, because I think I use it in a few places. Okay, so we want ore processors to make the processed tungsten. Ore processors to make processed tungsten. And then chemical furnace. Ore processors to chemical furnace. Which is like these. I don't know what ratio we need. Do I have something similar anywhere else? No. Nope. 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 Alright. We need it for science, so we do need a reasonable number. So maybe I should just go, alright, give me this number. As in the same number that we had over there. You guys can stop. I'll let something else supply all of this. For them, actually, I probably do need that. Yeah. We're going to need to order the slot. O2. That would be that one. Very nice. So that will, we need ammonia, so we need the nitrogen and the hydrogen. So let's come down here. It's got nitrogen. Well, at least that's one of the things we actually want. We probably need to fill in this bit ourselves. That's not going to work. Now, you already got nitrogen in there. That one is not what we want. Q has been set. Okay, let's get some nitrogen happening. And this one is hydrogen. Okay, that's the gas ordering. Sorted out. So these ones are doing this one, right? Oh, we've got two formulas for this. Maybe I was looking at the less efficient one. Anyway, we're committed to this now. Okay, that will give us our nitrogen. So it's just... Oh, hang on. Ammonia. We want ammonia. You guys don't need anything fancy, do you? No, just... no, not cobalt. You're going to be tungsten. Still no tungsten. Tungsten ore. 11k. Getting there, still very slow. We seem kind of short on sulfuric acid. I wonder if that's causing us a problem. We're short sulfuric acid because we don't have enough oxygen coming in there. We may have to double up the oxygen supply. Anyway, you need... So you're not actually... trying to process items out. You're trying to put items in. Oh, and we may as well get some power in there so it stops whinging. Now, how do we get to ammonia? Red metal catalyst, we need copper and iron ore. Iron ore, less than 8k since it's only a catalyst. PQR. And it was copper, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Yep, copper ore. Copper ore is less than PQRS. Is less than 8,000. Output an S. Yep. And PQR is, oh, hang on. Trains on the way is less than R. Then order. Iron ore. Trains on the way is less than S. Order copper ore. You can be iron ore. Damn it. You can be copper ore. Oh, we need that. Down there. And that was to be used to make the ammonia in a chemical plant. Chemical plant. Ammonia. Oh, we need to do that for one thing. Right, that fills us up. Partly fills us up. Whoops. So now we just need the catalyst. Am I able to build some of those filter frames? Oh, I have some. And that gives us our ammonia. Oh, and pick up from there. It's full. Perfect, I think. Oh. And this should last for a very long time. You guys still don't have any ore, so that's annoying. Another quick check on the ore. 14k, so we're not too far off now. The next step from this one is to make tungsten powder in a blast furnace, which needs hydrogen gas. Okay. How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. How did we end up with 9? Never mind. Oh, and Do I need this powder for anything? I can make copper tungsten plate out of it. So yes. It's possible we'll need that. I'm not sure. Yes. I need it for science. The virtual particle injector. And I can use it to make the tungsten carbide. Okay, so the tungsten powder is kind of the critical step for everything. All three of these things. Okay, okay. That means we're going to need copper plate. And it means we're going to need carbon. Copper plate and carbon. Is it time to start another row? Probably. Copper plate. T. I'll go 16,000. I don't know if... maybe I'll go 8,000. I'm not quite sure how many of these we need yet. T and the carbon. Even more pressure on our precious carbon. I'll also go 8,000 on the carbon. For you. Oh, I'm out of those. Alright, well that can order it when I next press go. So it was the blast furnace, right? Blast furnace 2s. Let's try that. I'll turn that off. And let's get Thorsten Stanizok to order again. Interesting. Hopefully that gets delivered soon. So these are going to need hydrogen. Which is interesting. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing in the middle there. They probably need a fuel source, which would be carbon. I'm suddenly starting to think this is not going to be long enough. The number of products that are coming in here. How are you doing? Are you not able to get blast furnace 2s? Let's just check on that. What does blast furnace 2s require? That really shouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have thought. Unless I'm just not making them. Which, yeah, that's a bit of an issue. You have 15k. Good, we're going to get our tungsten very soon. So at least that will help. You are going to make that one. That should point up. These are probably going to be in the way. So those two point into the middle. You need to point into the middle. Something like that. Then carbon could be delivered. Like so. And is that it? Yep. It's, oh, hang on. No, that's fine. Yep. So we're going to need a carbon coming in. You are carbon. Carbon. That's that one. And your carbon. So carbon is fuel. We need to transfer between. Now that's getting a bit awkward, isn't it? So you can drop some up there, and you can drop some down there. You have to go down one. Something like that. That should keep it all powered up. So that creates the powder. Oh, we need the hydrogen to be supplied, so you guys need hydrogen. Awkward. I really should have moved these apart, but never mind. I didn't think of that at the time. Oh, crap. Whoops. We need to delete that nitrogen that got into those pipes, because that would not be a good thing. Let's try that again with an underground. That's better. Right, so you're just missing fuel plus this other stuff. We will then need a belt. Because one of our products is the powder. How much powder comes off this? 24. Good grief. 24 every 4 seconds. We might need 2 belts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have. All right. Okay, one of these is going to be near, one of them is going to be far in each pair. Okay, so we've got tungsten powder. Let's start with this one. So we're going to need a powder mixer 3. How many powder mixer 3s are we going to need? that takes... in theory, it takes 4 seconds, right? For using 12. And we've just produced... we have just produced 24 in 4 seconds. So we need 14 of them then. Powder mixer 3. Okay. We need the cobalt powder, which means we also need to smash some stuff up. We need quite a lot of this. If we are going to get 14 to match what we have over there, well, for each one, we need 3 a second. Okay, 3 a second. 3 a second. And with that, we can do about 4 a second. So we're likely to need... If I want to be able to convert all of it... 42. It's like 10 of those. 10 should do. That's not quite all of it, but it should do. I've only got 9. Now, glass, huh? Oh, glass is here. I think there we go. These are powder mixer 3s, and I said I wanted like 14. Okay. Or direct insert or belt. You're going to be making... was that, wasn't it? Oh, cobalt powder, right. Cobalt powder. So... Wow. I mean, it's easy enough to feed each one of these. But we then need that and that probably, so that that's that. I may need faster belts than this. Can't change that to make it dump out here just yet. Let me order this again. Okay, that should be fine. So that is solely to get to the tungsten powder. And then we want tungsten plate out of this, which requires sintering ovens. Which we're probably only using over here. These guys. I don't know how fast they are. So tungsten doesn't really have tungsten ingots, it would seem, and that's fine. Oops. Okay, so that is tungsten plate plus the tungsten powder that we need for... what's your usage again? Yeah, not that one. That one. Now, the other two things that we have are the tungsten carbide plate, which just needs electric metal mixing furnace. Okay. I think we may need a reasonable amount of this. I'm not sure if I'm even making those yet. We might have to come back to tungsten to finish off those bits. Do we still not have any tungsten ore? 5.9. No, we must have delivered some. That's not what I want to see. If I come in here, tungsten, empty tungsten ore. That one. Empty tungsten ore. Oh, it must have dropped it off somewhere that wasn't us. Well, that is annoying. Where did you go? You went to gold. Gold main inn. Where the hell is that? Stops. Wish you could click on this to find it. Oh, you can. You can. That is great. That is a delivery. That's a delivery to the main base, so that was probably necessary. 28k. Maybe need to tone this down a bit. In fact, probably quite a lot, because I'd rather have these deliveries making the tungsten outside of the main base where we can control it a little bit better. Well, main base. These areas. Main in? Gold main in. Oh yeah. Yep, that's right. You have ammonia. You don't appear to have cobalt ore. You do have some cobalt ore, but not very much. But we don't need it anyway because we have powder. Well, we do need it. Did I put a stop to cobalt coming in or something of that nature? I'm not entirely sure, but I may have done. Where are you getting your cobalt from? You're not getting cobalt anymore. Very, very sad. Okay. What are we using the plates for? It could be a science that's being held up. I'm going to have another look at this. Tungsten plate. Where is it used? Yes, it is used in a few places, so it probably has brought science to its knees. What are we going to do? Well, I think we're going to stop here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to rip out all of this tungsten creation here, and we're going to deliver tungsten powder and tungsten plate, and we will recycle all this ore somehow. But we will, I guess we'll be doing that in the next episode. So thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.